go live. Come on, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go live right now. Howdy, howdy. Hope you guys are doing awesome. It is, I don't even know. It's Thursday night. Thursday night, 8 p.m. I am Matt Manero, coming to you guys from a house in Dallas, Texas. I hope everybody's doing awesome. The whole purpose of these 8 o'clock lives is to help you get from here to here, to share stories with you, to tell you how I did it, to go from nothing to something. Everybody has their own version of what something is. Mine happens to be that of a 20-year marriage, 3 incredible boys, a business that started from zero, that last year did 158 million bucks, author of 2 books, successful podcast, and now I'm involved in a business called Business Finishing School, in which I'm helping entrepreneurs fix their broken businesses. So it's good to see you guys. Really good to see everybody. I'm going to do some shout outs to some people because you've taken the time to be with me. I want to take the time to recognize you. Chris Saunders jumped on. Dan Polson jumped on. John jumped on. Awesome to see you guys. Let's keep scrolling down here. Frank, hello to you. Mike, Robert, good to see you guys. Jimbo, Adam, my partner, Adam, good to see you as well, buddy. Mike Vacara, my man Rico, Tristan jumped on. Eric White, great to see you guys. I want to talk about a little bit of a follow-up tonight based on what we talked about last night. If anyone was on the stream last night, I told you, you don't need any mentors. You don't need to worry about that sort of stuff. What you need to worry about is how you get your piece of the American pie. That was my pitch to you last night. Tonight, I want to help you with the thought process of how do we get to the next level? How do we go from success to uber successful? On Instagram, if you want to jump on, I'm happy to bring you on the stream. Charles, if you'd like to be on the stream, just tell me what you want to talk about in the comments section, and I will bring you on if I like what you want to talk about. I want to keep moving on this because for so long in my career, I didn't know how I was doing. I didn't know if I was doing well or if I was doing poorly because I didn't have any outside influence to help me with that. And so how do you know whether you're doing well or not, right? How do we know whether we're ahead of the curve or we're behind on the curve? And it's one of the things I really tried to lay out in You Need More Money, was the effort to help you understand where you needed to be. What were the milestones that were important? And we've talked about this on these streams. Life begins at 150 grand a year. Life gets better at 250 grand a year. And life gets real good at 500 grand a year. That is in personal income, by the way. That is not in company revenue. And so that is a milestone that you guys can shoot for. If you're not making 150 or 250 or 500, you should be putting yourself on that path. Whether that path takes you in a career, what I call entrepreneurship, that's a term from my friend RJ Grimshaw, or if it's on entrepreneurship or business ownership, it don't matter to me how you get there. I just need you to get there. And you need to get there, and your spouse needs you to get there, and your kids need you to get there, okay? That's how it plays out, y'all. If you're making 50 or 60 G's a year, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, how on earth is this thing going to get better? Man, I can't live on this money. And it starts at about 150, gets better at 250, gets real good at 500. And so I appreciate you on Instagram talking about JMO Dream says, great book, becoming a game facer every day. It's what I talk about in the book, you know, the different types of mindset of people who have achievement, which is we first have the blamers, in which people blame everybody else for their success or lack of success. Then we move into the dreamer mindset, and then we eventually move into the game facer. The game facers say, just get out of my way, man. I'm good. I'll take care of it for you. So Nate wants to know, I'm not swimming tonight. Dude, I swam this morning. What he's talking about is my cold water swims. On Instagram, you can see him on my highlights. Um, and I swim in the morning mostly. Sometimes I'll swim in the evening. I mean, I swim whenever I feel like it, but the pool's 47 degrees. So it's cold water, deep swims, and they're fantastic. I encourage everybody to take cold swims and cold showers if you can. It really allows you to do something that most people are unwilling to do, and that to me is important. So here's my point about tonight. I want you to think about getting outside influence as a report card for how you're doing. Now, I'm not talking about mentors. That's not it. I just want you to have a couple people, almost like an advisory council, almost like a board of directors that you could go to and you could ask a couple questions. I look back on my early career and I wonder, what would have happened if I actually did that? Would someone have said to me, you know what, Manero, you're a pretty good sales guy, man. You should be a sales guy. Maybe they would have said, you know, Manero, you're a numbers guy. You should stay in numbers. Maybe they would have said, you know what, Manero, you're a deal guy. You should go to Wall Street, be a private equity guy. I don't know what they would have said because I didn't have anybody to ask. And I certainly didn't have the courage to ask. And that's my challenge for you tonight. Go find yourself a couple people who you could ask this one question to. What do you think I'm best at? Because isn't that the question we want to know? What am I good at? Like, what am I naturally good at? And why it's important to you is because what you're so good at is difficult for you to see because it comes so easy to you. And so it helps you to get somebody else's opinion to confirm it and begin to extract it from you, right? Let's say you're just naturally charismatic. You walk into a room and people know that you're somebody. You may not feel that way. You may not see that about yourself. And wouldn't it be beneficial if someone tipped you off to that? That said, you know, when I look at you, man, I see a real sharp person, a sharp dressed person, a very confident person. You might be saying to yourself, dude, I got no confidence, right? I'm terrified to get into a group setting. It scares the hell out of me. And someone else is saying, dude, when you walk into that group setting, you got some power. You got to look for a group of outside advisors, trusted people that you can begin to ask questions about. Who am I? What do you see in me when you see me, right? That's a way that you begin to actually become totally self-aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and you only need to work on your strengths. Maybe later on in your career, you could start spending time on your weaknesses, right? Like, I can't play piano, but I'd like to play piano. I probably started and stopped piano 7 times in my life. I have an incredibly gorgeous piano in my house. Can't play it. I look at it every day like, damn, I wish I could play that piano. I just want to play some Bruce Springsteen on it. That's all I really want to do. Maybe some Christmas tunes. Sing some Jingle Bells with the friends and the family, right? I can't do it. It's a weakness of mine because I'm working on my strengths, dude. I got more room in my strengths. My strengths got a lot of bandwidth left in them. So let's move to some questions here for tonight. I'm coming to you from my house in Dallas, Texas. This is my outdoor kitchen. This is the book that you ought to be reading. You Need More Money. You can get this on Audible as well. Got a great question on Instagram by JMO Dream. How well do they need to know you before asking? Great question, my friend. It really depends on what your desired outcome is. For example, if you want to know, what do you perceive about me when you see me? They don't need to know you very well. That could be almost one step from a stranger, right? What do you see when I'm in front of you, right? Something else that could be, though, but if you're really looking for, someone to be kind to you, then I would ask that it's someone that you care about and that you know cares about you. By the way, I might do the exchange. Hey, listen, I'd like to take you out for a cup of coffee. I want to ask you a couple questions about me. And then if you're open to it, you can ask me a couple questions about you. Dude, when you start talking like this to people, it breaks down barriers. My partner in business finishing school, Rick Sapio, and I have an amazing opportunity to talk honestly with each other about this. In fact, we just did that exercise that I suggested to you guys a week or so ago on one of these lives, the remembercreate.com exercise. for 2008 and 2019. We actually did that exercise together. Dude, that strengthened our partnership. That strengthened our knowledge about each other. You should do that. The remembercreate.com exercise. If you really want to get good too and test yourself out, you want to get my BSI, getmybsi.com, getmybsi.com, and take that leadership test, that business success index test, and see how you score on that bad boy, right? That's, both of those are totally free for you. Remembercreate.com, remembercreate.com, and Get My BSI. Two amazing tests to help you with that self-actualization. Let's move to some questions again. My friend Blake says, who is better to critique progress, accountability or mentor, or both? I do not ask my mentors to give me self-actualization. Totally different relationships. I want the mentor to educate me and teach me how to achieve what they have achieved. When I'm looking for self-actualization, it comes from my accountability partner or my advisory group, my friend. My mentor is not to fix me. My mentor is to teach and educate me to get to his or her level. I'm not looking to be, to my mentor to be a therapist, right? Nor am I looking for my accountability partner to be a therapist. But I am looking for someone that I can trust and I can say, what do you see in me, right? Dude, I'm 49 years old. I'm going to be 50 years old next week. I asked my business partner, Rick Sapio, what do you see in me? What do you see as my strengths? And he is open and says, what do you see in me, right? Incredible dialogue when you can have that. Friends, family, maybe even coworkers, man. Maybe if you're on a team in your office and you and the other person are just scrapping it out day after day, competing, trying to close deals, doing what it is that you're doing, maybe that's a person you get it to. Hey, man, let me help you with something. I'm going to tell you what I see about you. I'm going to give you the positive that I see about you, and then I want you to do it to me, right? Dude, that stuff, that level of conversation is very, very beneficial for long-term success. Let's keep going. I feel more of a boss than a leader, even though I do the same work as my employees. How do you move to being a better leader? You know, that's an interesting question. I really do believe leaders lead by example. I think that your job as a leader is to be a servant leader and to be a quiet leader in most situations. I think a lot of the big mouths are the worst leaders. And so that doesn't mean that you don't stand up for yourself and you don't encourage and lead and communicate. Hey, man, let's keep going. Let's make today a better day than yesterday. That sort of stuff. But, you know, any bravado or any of that sort of stuff, if you're in the same line, the same org chart line, is a little bit dangerous, dude. Sometimes you do just want to be a coworker and a damn good supportive coworker. All right. Let's keep going. Self-awareness is key. Give someone unlimited license to tell you the truth, says Eric White. That's my point. Eric hit the nail on the head. I wish I had had the guts earlier in my career, or even the person to ask that to. I think it would have helped me get rid of some of the head cheese and that in all honesty, lack of self-esteem that early on in my career, I was still figuring out. I was still trying to figure out, you know, why do I feel so inadequate as a business owner and as a young man? Why am I still struggling with who am I supposed to be and how do I pull this off? And I think if I had spent more time asking other people, what do you see as my strengths? I think I could have cleaned that up real fast. I think I could have condensed that learning curve. And I think that's the challenge for you tonight. Would you be able to set that up by tomorrow and jump back on this and tell us that you had that meeting with an advisory group? You looked outside for outside influence and outside commentary. By the way, I know I might be talking to you as if you're, you're just getting going in life, but this is so freaking vital in your business. And I don't give a shit what size your business is. You need outside communication, outside commentary to be able to get your business from here to here. It starts with customer service surveys. It starts with employee surveys. It starts with suggestion boxes. It starts with taking your best customers out to lunch. It starts with doing the customer service surveys and calling the people who gave you a five meaning the best, and saying, what really did you like about us? And then the ones who give you the one, have the balls as the leader to get on the phone and say, listen, I got your survey in front of me. I saw that you gave us a one. Would you be kind enough to tell me what we did wrong? How about a brand new secret shopper? Call your best friend and say, secret shop my business. Call the front desk. I want to hear how my people answer the phone. I want to hear how the phone was transferred. I want to hear how my customer service agent picked up the phone and handled your call. Secret shop yourself, man. My point is the ability to have the guts to get this information from an outside presence is so vital to you moving up the food chain. Let's keep rocking and rolling on some questions. Travis Angry just jumped on. Welcome aboard. My friends over at Tri Towing just jumped on. Great to see you guys. Mike Fakara says, lead by example, not exception. My buddy Judge Graham just jumped on. Hello, Judge. Sean Thomas just jumped on. Good to see you. Blake, take care of yourself. Thank you, Sean Thomas. I love your stuff, man. I have a lot of respect for Sean Thomas. You know why? Because long before anybody knew who the hell Sean Thomas was on Facebook and social media, he was doing just what I was doing, building a real business, a profitable business, taking care of himself and his friends and his vendors and his clients. And then all of a sudden he gets to the other side of it and he's like, you know what? I think I can help a lot of people with all the stuff that I built up in here. So that's what I got to say. Let's keep rocking and rolling. It's open question night. If you guys have anything, if you want me to bring you in on the Instagram, I'm happy to do that. Facebook, let's keep firing up these questions. Don't be shy on them. Judge says, totally agree. Know the customer. Philip, good evening to you as well. My man Jonah Doddridge just jumped on Instagram. I appreciate you. So guys, let me just give you the 2 freebies if you want for self-actualization. You can go to getmybsi.com. Get My BSI, it's totally free. The test takes you 3 minutes. You'll get your score right away. It'll tell you exactly what you score as a leader. How good are you as a leader? Go to Get My BSI. If somebody would put that in the comments, I'd be grateful for that. So it helps other people. Getmybsi.com. You should take that test. Whether you're in business or not, you should go to getmybsi.com and take that test. The other thing I'd like to help you with, if you really want better dialogue with your friends at home, maybe with your children, certainly with your coworkers, go to remembercreate.com. Remembercreate.com. Thank you, Jonah. Remembercreate.com and get that. It's a 2-page exercise. It's killer. It's a recap of what was great in your life in 2018 and then a focus sheet of what you're doing in 2019. Hey, I can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet. Come to my event in Dallas, February 22, 23, and 24, bfssummit.com. If somebody could put that in the comment section, I would be grateful for you doing that. bfssummit.com. That, my friend, is a place you want to be. All right, Philip's going to be at Win That Storm in Vegas, and my buddy Anthony Domenico's event. I love that event. I've spoken at it twice. I spoke at it in Miami, and I also spoke in Vegas last year. It's a great event. I'd be at it this year, but it falls on the same weekend as my bfssummit.com. Let's keep firing up on some questions, y'all. It's only 8:19. I got a pass from the indoors till 8:30. It's not enough time to smoke a cigar, but it is time to answer your questions. Hey, on Instagram, if you guys want to be on, I love it. Next, LVQ sent a request to be on the live video. Dude, come on, but just tell me what it is that you want to talk about first. I'm always surprised by that. I get a lot of people who want to join the stream, but then when I say, hey, why don't you just tell me what it is you want to talk about, very few people do that. John Bowman says, will I be holding the BFS summits anywhere else? John, it's a wonderful question. The answer is absolutely not. Allow me to explain. Business Finishing School is all about simplicity, probability, and leverage in your business and in your life. So for us as owners of the company, Rick and I do not want to travel. We don't want to be away from our families. So what do? Twice a year, February and September. It's always been, by the way, it's our 15th event. February and September, always in Dallas, Texas, always at the Addison Marriott, right at Beltline in the tollway. Perfect location for a lot of people. Easy to get into at Love Field if you're flying on Southwest Airlines. 25 minutes from DFW if you're flying on any other major airline. Super easy. Walking distance to restaurants, even though you really don't have to leave because we sort of have tons of events for you. But it's simple for us. It's probable. It's leverageable for us. Simplicity, probability, and leverage. 3 tenets three-legged stool of business finishing school. So I appreciate your question, my friend, but no, we will only run these events in Dallas. And we will, towards the end of this year, be running some very, very cool, what we call war rooms, in which we will bringing in a couple, 5, 6, 7 CEOs or presidents of fairly good-sized companies. You'll have to have at least 5 million in revenue to be part of it. And you will come in for a one-day war room in which we will put you through what we call the business frame. And it'll be mind-blowing stuff. Rick, my partner, Rick Sapio, is one of the best guys I've ever been around for that type of stuff. Deep dives, getting back to the basics for large companies. I'm really good at it in small businesses because I've worked with tens of thousands of them. You know, Rick has been on boards, I think it's something like 25 boards of multi-$100-million companies. He has a publicly traded company. Sapio is a business guru, and you should come be part of it, man. Get to learn about him, follow him. Anyway, awesome. Tanner wants to come to BFS in February. How much does it cost to bring my spouse? Same deal, dude. That BFS 400, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the BFS 400. If you want to bring your spouse, Tanner, come to the event, go to bfssummit.com. In the checkout, use my code, MATT, capital MATT 400, and you can bring your spouse for $299. I'll give you the deal tonight. Everybody wants that, I'll give you the deal to anybody on the stream tonight. bfssummit.com. Check out code MATT, all caps, 400, and you'll get the deepest discount. I'm not supposed to do that anymore. Everybody's going to be in the office, but we're supposed to be moving away from that. But it doesn't matter to me. I just want entrepreneurs in the audience. I want you to experience it. Matt, 400, take advantage of the deal. Let's keep going on any questions. If anybody else has anything, we got a few more minutes to go. I'm just going to scroll down here. Welcome, Eric. Welcome, Danny Manero. I like that last name. My friend Marcel, welcome. Matt Warren, good to see you too. On Instagram, I got my buddy Jude Bowen. Dude, you hit any threes tonight, Jude? Hope you're doing great. Brandon just joined over there. Good to see you guys. So that's it, y'all. If we don't have any other questions, I want to just give you the giveaways for tonight. GetMyBSI.com. You should take that test. I don't know why you wouldn't take that test. Remember Create.com to do that exercise, and BFSSummit.com. Matt 400 to get that discount. Matt 400 to get that discount. So that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Wasn't very long. I hope it was beneficial. The message for tonight is figure out who in your life you can go to, and you can ask a few simple questions to get that self-actualization process done quickly. The primary question is, what do you think is my biggest strength? You could also ask something of the effect of, when you see me, what do you see? What do you think I would be good at? You see, we spend way too much time thinking about that stuff for ourselves when we might actually be able to condense the time by just getting the feedback from a couple trusted people. I wish I did that earlier in my career. I was too afraid of the damn answer, so I didn't. Okay, guys, I appreciate you. One last question from Ryan. When are you doing deep dive in the torch? You need some info. You should go to my TEDx talk, dude. Type in Matt Manero TEDx. Type in Matt Manero TEDx, and you watch my TEDx talk on the torch. It's the process of how I torch my business. Someone just said that the links don't work. I would love it if someone would tell me if the links do work. GetMyBSI.com. If someone goes to GetMyBSI.com, just do me a favor, fire up that the links do work. GetMyBSI.com. That would be great. BFSSummit.com definitely works. So I'm not sure why you say the links don't work, but I'd like confirmation of that. My friend Jamie Wasser just joined. Good to see you. And that's it, y'all. That's all I got for you tonight. I hope you guys do great. Friday is just another day in the week. It's just one more notch on the belt, moving on a life with purpose. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.